Hey, USAC Unleashed Radio Nation, and I guess a big slash today, Micro Sprint Nation, right?
Yes, Micro Sprint Nation.
Micro Sprint Nation.
Perfect.
Is that like the Junior Nation?
Yeah, we're a little bit more popular than the Junior Nation.
Junior, Goon. At any rate, man, here we are. We're sitting here with Billy Buckshot Brickley, and I don't know Austin's nickname. We're going to have to figure one out for him. But Austin Archdale from the Illinois Lightning Sprint Car Series. What do you think about that, Jimmy?
Right now, you just got me thinking, Buckshot, how'd you get that?
I got it from Roy Buckshot Jones, the NASCAR driver. That's probably one of the few people in the nation that actually liked him. So my family started calling me Buckshot, and it just stuck ever since.
It's not a bad nickname. I've heard a lot worse nicknames out there.
They work pretty good.
Now, Billy, you and I do a lot of iRacing together. We got to get Austin in on that eventually. I doubt he'll do it.
I've been trying to get him on there for a while.
Yeah, I got internet now, so we're good.
Oh, we'll have to get that going, man. We'll have to get that going. We got some stuff to talk to you about, man. You moved into the big boy adult world here not too long ago. But Billy, tell me about your heat race, bro.
It wasn't too bad. I didn't do a whole lot. Everybody else just took each other out, so that's all I got to do on these small tracks. I think we had a slight bobble, maybe a plugged injector or something, cleaned everything out, and we'll see how it works.
I seen that, man. I come back to grab you up, snatch you up, do this interview, and you were working on the carbs and things. And what'd you end up? Is that what you figured out? Just something that's maybe plugged up or something?
That's what I'm hoping. It was bogging on the starts and it was popping a real high RPM, so it's either that or a plug. We can change the plugs, but you don't really need that much here anyways.
Now, I was watching you in the heat race, and you was talking about, you're going to have to move somebody out of the way, rattle the cage, whatever cliche you want to use at that point. But you did do a little bit of bumping there. I seen that you were maybe looking at trying to take second in that heat race.
Yeah, he was probably holding me up a little bit, but I wasn't going to force the issue. Everybody else was taking each other out, so there was no point in it. You can just ride around and finish where you finish, get good passing points.
That's just it. It was just a heat race, so it wasn't like you said. There is no passing points today, so you're good to go. Austin, you got a third in your heat too, man, but you went from here to there,
Yeah.
So what's going on with you today, brother?
Oh, we went out there, started on the outside front row, and got bobbled up on the start, and went back to third. And after that, the car felt really good. It stuck where I wanted it to stick, and like Billy said, it's just one of them tracks where tight racing is going to be what it is in the feature. I'm probably starting towards the middle or back, but one guy spins out, there goes 4 or 5 cars, so anything can happen.
I'm a micro guys. I'm a micro guy. You guys run them big, huge lightning sprints, correct?
Yep.
Tell me what those are like to drive. Does it look like a big dump truck like it looks like to me, being a micro guy, where we're the small guys, we go out there and zip around, but just kind of tell us what those drive like, because I don't know.
Yeah, I used to run a 600 a few years back, and when I got in one of these, it's a whole different world. A 600's got all that left side weight. You go in the corner, it just holds like a go-kart, and you get in a midget or a lightning sprint, which is a midget chassis, and it wants to roll over. It's not the same thing. It goes in there, and it's a whole different world when you're throwing it in the corner.
Now, do they ever put wings on these, or just no wings?
Yeah, we run with wings. It used to be mostly wing class, and now we're kind of 50-50 wing, non-wing, but I prefer the wings. Dan knows that. But
Yeah. Damn wing guy. What, rain flaps is what they are, right, Austin?
I don't know. I like the wing a little bit.
Here we go. Wing guys.
I like pulling them off and getting a little sideways, but I don't know. The racing just seems, when you keep your foot in it and really run, it's really exciting, especially on the bigger tracks when you can put it up on the wall and just hammer down. It's a blast.
Now, let's be clear. They're midget chassis, and you're running 1,200cc motors, right?
1,000 cc's, and they're cut down from a midget. I think they're 3 or 4 inches shorter than an actual midget frame.
Now, are you guys running Kawasaki's, the Gixxers? I know when we was running the mod lights, we'd run the 1,000cc Gixxers and the mod lights, and that's what we're seeing out here. Another class that's running here today. Are you guys running the same motor I was in the mod lights, or?
We both run the Yamahas, and they're pretty popular, and the Suzuki's are the same. Those are the 2 most popular ones. You see a few Hondas coming in. Kawasaki's used to be real popular, and now they're kind of fading away.
And CX-10's kind of faded away, and I agree. Now, why'd you guys decide to go Yamaha?
Honestly, we 7 years ago when we first got in this, we were with the 1200s. We ran up in Wisconsin, and put all the money in them, and you get about half a season, and they grenade. And when we switched to the Yamaha, man, I think we got 180 races out of our first 2 motors. But it's It's a long-lasting motor with a lot of torque, so that's why we went with the Yamaha.
Wow, 180 races.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. This. Go ahead.
Yeah, and the only reason why we blew it up too is we were on Green Valley down in Missouri, and they watered it right before the feature. Power Eye was out after us, and they reworked it and went out there and it was a hold it to the wood track, and it pushed all the oil out of the overflows. So that's the only reason why it went.
What do you think this race, does this start your guys' season tonight, or is this just an off-season race and the summer season starts next month?
If it would have went last month, it would have been a middle of the season race. But now, I mean, tomorrow we're going to Macon to practice, and the 11th is going to be here before we know it. So this is kind of getting in the race mode and getting rolling.
It's kind of my neck of the woods.
Speaking of, are you going to run up there and film some of that testing? Or
we might be up there
this
tomorrow.
married boy?
Yeah, I'm getting married next week, so we might be up there. I might be shopping for clothes for our honeymoon, but not really sure. Probably not. I'm just going to say probably not.
There you go. Honey, I had a flat tire on the way.
Yeah, I hope she doesn't hear this because she's already made up my mind for me.
There you go. Now, Billy, Austin, you guys are kind of like the spokesman for the Illinois Lightning Sprint Car Series. That's how I met you guys a couple of years ago. And we've been trying to get hooked up. And this is actually the first time I've come to watch you guys race, man. But you guys go out and run the Tulsa Shootout and things like that. But tell us a little bit about what you guys got going on with the Illinois Lightning Sprint Series this year.
We've actually got a lot going on this year. It's probably going to be our biggest year yet. We're going to maybe 5 or 6 different tracks this year. We're getting into Fairbury for the first time, which is big because that's not a real open wheel track. And we're going to get in there. I think we're with Power Eye or something that night.
We will be there filming that race too. Yeah,
that'll be the first time Lightning Sprint I think's ever been at Fairbury. And then we're going back up to LaSalle once, Sycamore a few times, Jacksonville. I think we're doing some of the MOA Sprint Week races. So
I think Rich and I are coming over to St. Louis for the MOA event down that way.
We won't be at that one, but we're doing the MOA Macon and Jacksonville.
Right on.
So we'll be at those two. So
now, how much? I mean, the series has kind of grown. I mean, it's really grown the last couple of years. From the time I met you guys, the prize money's getting up there. The sponsorship with Speedway Motors, and they're back on board again this year. But you guys are running for some serious cash tonight.
Oh yeah, that big check sitting in that window. I keep walking by and eyeing it. That's all I want is that big cardboard check. They can keep the real one. I just want to take that thing home. But this is probably the most money I've ever ran for in my racing career. So that's big, and big thanks to my grandpa Roger Sollenberger that heads the ILSS, and he's the one getting all these sponsors and all these races going. And big thanks to Roger Best for putting up some prize money for us. And when we started this group out 6 or 7 years ago, there was 3 cars our first night, and we've been up to 18, we've been back down to 15, and now we're back up to the 20 range. So I'm looking really forward to this season because I think it's going to be a good turnout, and I think we're going to pick up a lot of people going to 6 different tracks versus 1 or 2 last year. So
I think you will, man. It seems like affordable class to run. I'm sorry, guys. I keep comparing it to the mod lights because it's basically the same setups and things. So I'm guessing it's about the same budgets and things, which to me makes it a very, very affordable class to run. And when you're running, what is the payout tonight? I'm gonna let you guys say it because, man, I can just see the smiles on your faces, man. You guys are fired up about this.
Yeah.
What are you guys running for?
Hopefully,
tonight?
one of us is bringing home $2,000 tonight, and maybe the other one will bring home $1,000. That'd be pretty good.
Oh yeah.
That'd be a pretty good night for us. So
that won't be too bad. Now, Austin, you got some, you got a girlfriend and a house now, and you've entered the world where you going to get this $2,000, or is it you just getting the cardboard check and the old lady's going to get the $2,000?
Oh no, I'll take the cardboard check, but money will probably go into the car we're building right now. So we're in the process of that. So anything that we come in is going straight to that.
So he thinks, right, Billy?
I've already been told I'm not getting the money. So.
I won't even ask you, man. I already know your story there. Billy, you raced with us on the Burning Rubber Radio iRacing League. I don't know if that league's defunct now or what, as you and I was talking the other night. But you're going to get some stuff going on iRacing yourself. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, me and you've been talking here the last week, and we're going to start a new league with the Cadillac CTSV road course cars on 1.5 mile oval tracks. I was playing around with it last few weeks, and it's probably the closest racing you'll ever find. Side by side the entire race, 2 grooves all the time, and you never lift, so it's a lot of fun, and it makes it enjoyable for guys that aren't real good at it. You can come out and race and have a good time.
There you go. Go check out Billy Brickley's Facebook page or Dirty Dan Smith on Facebook, and we'll probably throw an ad up on it on USAC Unleashed and promote it and try to get people out there to run on it. We'll get Austin and Jimmy to join us. Jimmy, you got any more questions for these guys, man?
Nope. I'm really anxious to go out there and see how these things do with a full field out there. They look like they put a pretty good show on.
What are you guys looking at come feature time? I mean, the track's gonna set for a long while here before feature time, which doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna change. We're indoors. But what are you thinking? Austin, you first. What are you thinking come feature time?
I think feature time, it'll probably start out in one groove. They'll probably rework it here before the first feature goes out, and we're second out. So we're looking at one groove, but it's hard telling. 30 laps is a long way, you know. It could end up bone dry from the bottom to the wall, or it can end up with a cushion. I'm hoping for the cushion because I like leaning on that thing and getting it. But, you know, it's what it is. We're just going to have to kind of counter set the car, you know, for that 15 lap mark because you want to be good at the end. You know, beginning doesn't necessarily mean much. So
now, how much do you guys? How much play comes in on the right rear on these cars? In a 30 lap race like that, I mean,
we probably most likely we ain't gonna burn it off or anything like that. But the main thing is you build heat in it, and when that thing gets hot and gets hard, it's just you buzz them. So starting out with low air pressure and good setup, be there at the end.
What are you thinking, Buckshot?
Yeah, I think unfortunately, I think it might be a bottom lane track, but if you can get the top to work, you can probably be the guy to beat. It's been pretty dry all week, no matter what they do to it. So if they can get a little bit of traction up top and it real slick on the bottom, if you can run up top, I think you're the guy to beat.
Now, if you V that front bumper, I'm taking it home with me tonight. You know that, right?
You can have it. I need to do one anyways. The last one flip.
I didn't say I was going to buy it. I said I'm taking it home.
I got one for you too.
There you go.
His is made out of conduit today because he broke it in the practice.
Yeah.
Tell us about this.
Yeah, we running practice last night and guy got sideways in front of us and kind of T-boned him. Broke that front bumper all up. So this morning my dad went down to the Ace Hardware store and bought some cheap tubing and some braces, braced it up. So
it's there. There's a bumper there.
It's there for looks.
There you go.
Hopefully we don't need it much. So.
Now, are either one of you two, you guys just going to play the bottom game, or are you going to try to blow that off in the first 15 laps on your own and try to get at least a half a groove or something going there? You're just going to do what everybody else does.
It depends on where I start. If I start on the bottom, I'll probably stay there and ride it for a few laps and see what happens. But if I'm on top, you never know. If you can't get to the bottom, you got to do something. So you got to.
Are you able to do that in these little cars? I mean, over a 30 lap race, could you get you something going there in 15 if you stuck with it, even if you was by yourself up there?
Yeah, these cars tend to blow track off quite a bit. We got pretty big tires, so I mean they're running midget tires, so we can blow them off pretty easy.
Right on. All right, Austin, tell us who's writing the checks to make everything happen for you, brother. I know you got a new sponsor on board this weekend too.
Yes, main guy, my father, Eric Sollenberger. I work with him. We do flooring, so that pretty much does the main. But Wingstop there in Peoria, Illinois, came on board, gave us a nice chunk of change to help us out, and we got Dave's Automotive. They help us out quite a bit. Give us trailer tires, anything that helps. And all of our main sponsors for our series, big thanks to them guys.
Now, what hometown? Where are you from?
I'm from Brimfield, Illinois. It's about 30 miles west of Peoria.
I know where I'm going to go have some wings at then. Brimfield, Illinois. It's Wingstop, man. I'm going to put them on Austin's tab. Billy, who's helping you out this year, bro?
We haven't really got any sponsors on board this year. We got that damn Dirty Dan USAC Unleashed sticker on there now, so maybe it'll be a little bit faster, but mostly it's just me funding the bill, and then my grandpa, he helps out a little bit here and there every year. So other than that, it's just us, poor man racing.
Well, there you go, man. We need some money to pour into the radio show so we can pay for that sticker on the side of your car then, I guess, right. Don't we? All right, guys, I want to give you a huge shout out to you guys, man, for you've stuck. We've been together for 2 years now, like I said, and we've had you on Burning Rubber or On the Cushion. I mean, we just had you guys on all kinds of shows trying to get you guys all the exposure that we can, and I don't know that we're doing much for it, man, but we sure as the hell are trying. So big shout out to you guys for sticking with us and inviting us over this weekend, man. Billy, it was you, man. I reached out to you Thursday night, and you hooked me up with who I needed to get a hold of to get over here.
Every little bit helps. So
you see this fancy digs they got us in, man?
Yeah, this place is pretty nice.
Right? They got us in our own little – I don't know how to take this. They put us in our own little corner, and own little private room. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I figured that.
What do you think, Mel?
I think it's pretty nice. I mean, I mean, normally we go to a racetrack here.
So you're going to go half full cup, right?
Yeah, about half.
All right, there you go. All right, man, there you go. Jimmy Miller from Micro Sprint Nation. Did I get that right there,
Yeah,
John?
Micro Sprint Nation.
Micro Sprint Nation. Jimmy Miller, Dirty Dan Smith from USAC Unleashed Radio. We're on the Performance Motorsports Network, hanging out once again with Austin Archdale and Billy Buckshot Brickley. I got that right. All right, man. We'll be back from. I believe this event is called the Showdown at the Event Center here over here at DuQuoin. Am I correct, guys? Something like that, isn't it? All right, man. We'll be back with some more updates here on PMN later on in the afternoon. We're out of here.